collateral. But then that's a conversation you're going to largely hold with me shortly after we interact with Joyce Moriku Kaducu. She's going to be giving us a few 2 cents coming in from the government as far as reopening of schools is concerned as of January of 2022. Very good morning, Stephen Mbide. What's the latest from where you are? Mbide? You're live on Morning at NTV.
Parents, teachers and students as well as other learners are getting prepared for the opening of schools. But there's still uncertainty because at first information that was trickling in was indicating that schools will be opened on 3rd January, but then also more information came in that they will be reopened on 10th January. But with the new variant coming in from Southern Africa, concerns are also rising within the population that are we going back for another lockdown? Will schools be reopened? Let me get first-hand information from the Minister of State for Primary Education, Honorable Joyce Moriku Kaducu, who is also the Member of Parliament for Moyo, the woman Member of Parliament from Moyo District. Morning to you, Honorable.
Good morning and good morning, viewers. It's a great pleasure to be this morning at NTV, and it is my great pleasure to speak about the school reopening to the public. One thing is that it's good to have a clear, definitive dates for the school reopening to clear doubts. But what is very certain is that come January 2022, schools will all be reopened. We are speaking about the basic and the secondary education.
But what is the plan now like? Because we know you as the ministry, you have not yet agreed upon the new curriculum. There is still uncertainty. The schools will be reopened. Once the schools are reopened, what will be the curriculum that will be followed by the teachers and the learners?
Education is a shared responsibility, and we've been having a wild consultation involving all stakeholders, so that at the end of it, we open the school in a sustainable manner. Everybody owns the strategic plan, and what really we have in place is that we've got strategic pillars that we are making a wider consultation in terms of looking at the human resource, looking at the infrastructure, the community component, and all this. We are really trying to make it a wider consultation so that everybody owns the decision that at the end of it we make. When we speak about the human resource, we are looking at the teacher, we are looking at the student, the pupil, and we are looking at the parents as well, because we need to prepare the teacher, we need to prepare the children psychologically, mentally, and of course in terms of academic. Much as we are talking about the curriculum which has been revised, but the teachers need to be oriented. They need to go through how best can they deliver the abridged curriculum version. So that is what really is taking place right now in terms of preparation for the reopening of the school. And for the infrastructure, we're really looking at how best can we give a new face? How best can we give a facelift for the infrastructure? We're looking at the schools. What is it that we can do to put some repairs? It cannot be a complete total rehabilitation, but we can do something to make a difference in the infrastructure. We're looking at some schools that may not be having water facilities. They might have disconnected the water. Others probably the power need to be put back. Others probably the route leading to the school. Maybe the bridges have broken. Maybe some of the places are not in a good condition. So we're looking at all
but
these.
But Honorable, aren't we running against time? Because when you look at the 1 month we are remaining with, the December, which even has a festive season, many government officials will not be in office. There is need for inspection to make sure that this, yes, is in place. Aren't we running against time when you look at the plan?
No, already preparations are in place. Not, of course, every place we've started all at a go, but already preparations have been in place. The capitation grant that was already in the account of the schools, of the districts, we have already given instruction to the district administrative officers and the head teachers to be able to use some of those funds to rehabilitate the schools. I don't think we are late. This has already been ongoing. Some of them have not started, but we are very hopeful that they should be in position to put all this in place. We've taken stock of the teachers, and it is ongoing, who is still with us, who is not with us, and already the process of recruitment of the secondary teachers is ongoing.
And then talk about the issue. There is concern that National Curriculum Development Center, NCDC, hasn't yet received the budget that is presented to you as the Minister of Education, 13 billion. This would be an impediment on the reopening of schools.
As I said, the reopening of schools in a safe, sustainable manner is a collective responsibility. Discussions are ongoing. The one version is that we use the bridge curriculum version so that we should be able to contain all this past, the years that we've missed. There is another school of thought, is that we go with the old curriculum such that we start right from the beginning and we go ahead just as the universities and the other tertiary institutions have done. So this is still ongoing. At a particular time in point, this information will be released by the Minister of Education and Sports to the public. But for now, we are very optimistic. Come rain, come sunshine, the schools will be reopened.
That assurance is very vital for the parents, the teachers, and the students. But now we see another concern coming from the Southern Africa, the new coronavirus variant, the Omicron. Isn't this also threatening the plans once this virus also steps here? Because we still have access for those coming from Southern Africa.
Indeed, it is true. The globe have received that information that there is the new variant of the coronavirus, and it is a version of concern to everybody. And this message has been, I think everybody is aware that we have a new variant. But for us as a country, two important aspects. One, we must base on scientific evidence, and science should inform us as to what to do. Number two, we should not allow virus to circulate in our community. That means everybody should embrace vaccination. It is only when we get virus are still alive, circulating in the community, they get opportunity to mutate, to change their genetic structure, and that's where we get the problem. But when everybody is vaccinated and we observe the SOPs, we should not be having any problem. So for now, let's leave it in the hands of the science to study, to inform us as a country what we can do and what we cannot do. But for now, schools are on high gear, preparation to reopen.
Okay, finally, from you, the Ministry of Education and Sports, we know that doctors are on strike. The teachers, before the lockdown, they are also on strike over salary and other remuneration. What would you tell the teachers as they prepare to reopen? Because they could also take up the example of the doctors who are also on strike over pay.
I think the issue of the doctors' strike has been handled at a very high level. They had a consultative meeting. They even had a meeting with the head of state. And I think they've agreed on some key positions. And what I can appeal, first of all, to the doctors is that, yes, now that they have agreed on a key positions, let's just follow up on that agreement and get back to save the lives that we've called to save, and wait for those agreed positions. And for the teachers, in fact, the teachers really, for now, our appeal is that let them come and start preparation to teach our children. I think because the government has really been very, very kind enough during lockdown. All our teachers, we've been paying them. Even when schools were closed, we know they are going through very many challenges. They have got a lot of challenges even when the schools were not reopened. That's why government decided to pay all our teachers. But for those private teachers who were not on salary, even I think the government was again kind enough to extend a helping hand, to give them money to support the teachers. So for now, dear teachers, we know the challenges are there, but for now, let's get back to our professional tools. Let's get back to the calling and to prepare to teach the children of this country.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaducu, the woman member of parliament for Moyo district. But most importantly for this subject, she is the Minister of State for Primary Education in the Ministry of Education and Sports. Back to you, Romeo Busiku.